Hey y'all, it is sunshine. Um, I need to cut this box while I'm talking to y'all so it may get a little loud. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. Ours went really good. Just so good. Saturday, we did a thing at the church where we just gathered around campfire, rode horses under the arena lights, and just had a good fellowship. The theory was we were going to camp out, but the preacher's tent literally blew away. I'm not even kidding. The wind out there is pretty gnarly, even though it shows no wind, but okay. And then everybody kind of left, and it was just me and Mr. Sunshine and our extended family, because they were camping. They were going to camp out in the back of their truck. We camped out. My SUV, the SUV I have, you lay down all the seats and it lays flat. You can sleep in it. It's humongous. And that's what my plan was, because it was nice and chill. It wasn't cold, but it was nice. Does that make sense? Like the breeze, and then you could see all the stars, because the cowboy church I go to is in the country. So oddly though, it's kind of off the interstate too. You could hear interstate traffic a little bit, but it was dark out there. Does that make sense? So that was the plan. So my extended family was in the back of their truck. We were in my vehicle, and Mr. Sunshine is like, honey, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I can't do this. And he goes, it hurts. I'm hurting really bad. And I was like, okay, if you can't do it, then don't worry about it, right? So I said it was no big deal. I said, not a big deal. And the only reason we really were hesitant about leaving in the middle of the night, because it was like 1 o'clock. We had been playing all day, all night. He was going to ride his horse, but there was just too much activity in the arena that he was kind of nervous about that, because he's never rode his horse. He's rode all the other horses, but he's never rode his horse. And his horse has been ridden. He had a family with kids and everything, so he's a big, gentle giant. He's fine. But Mr. Sunshine has never been on his horse, Zorro, by himself. So anyway, so he was like, I just can't do this. It's hurting my hips and back. And I said, okay. I said, I don't know how we're going to get home. You're going to have to put the bright lights on or something like that. And even if those work. And he said that he tested it out, and he said, yeah, they work. I said, okay, we'll go tell sister that we're going to head out. And sister goes, thank you. Because I want to go home too. She misses her dog. So, yeah. Everybody, we decided at 1 o'clock in the morning to go. I had no problem with it, because I'm used to live in my vehicle. Not this one currently I have, but the other one. And it was no big deal to me. It just wasn't. So, it is what it is. But we had a fantastic time. It was so good to be out there. The only issue I have with being out there is my lungs utterly hate the alfalfa hay we feed the horses. and I had lost my inhaler, right? And then I found it a couple days ago, but then I saw that it was expired, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, well, I'm gonna make the best of it here. Thankfully, I see my doctor today, and I'm gonna be like, hey, I need a new one. Because, yeah. Most of the time, I'm good until we start feeding the horses alfalfa hay. Once we start doing that, that's a little bit of an issue. I don't know what's in it, or I mean, obviously I know what's in it, but there's some kind of dust or whatever. When it gets stirred up, my lungs get on fire. I'm coughing all day. I'm just miserable. And, ugh, ugh. So I also met with a Christian dog training service. And I know y'all are thinking the same thing I am. Y'all know. Dogs and I we haven't had a good run. Well, I was talking to my mental health provider, and that if God wants this to happen, I know that sounds weird, but we have been praying on this because I am conflicted that getting a PTSD dog is the right thing for me, to help me in public, to do compression therapy, and it'll be a real service animal and not an emotional support animal. It'll be all the marks. It'll be legal type deal. And I expressed to her, I said, I have not had luck with dogs. I just have not had luck with dogs. Dogs and I have not got on the same page. But she reassured me that she will hold my hand through this whole process. I got to pay a fee, which is doable. It's just going to take me a minute to get it together. But for her and I to research the best dog for me, the correct fit for me, we go out and say we find a dog from a shelter. She said the best options for me is either a breeder or a shelter. She goes, the breeder knows about the dog, knows where the dog's been, knows the history, da 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 da. And I said, I don't want anything to do with a puppy. I said, puppies just are anxiety inducing. There's no way I want a puppy. She goes, I don't think a puppy would be good for you anyway. So she pretty much walks with me and tries to find the correct fit for me. And then we start the training from the ground up. And she's with me the whole time on this. I kind of feel like with that encouragement, with that somebody by my side that knows what they're doing, I feel like maybe this is going to work out. I just know that I've got to do something, because it looks like they're skitzing out in public. It's so, that's why I stay home so much, is because it is so hard. It is so hard. But I feel a little bit better that she is going to do everything she can on her end. She's been doing this 13 years. So I've got a really good feeling from her that she knows what she's doing. That she's going to find, she said, it's not going to be a quick process. We need to find you a dog that will match you, a dog that you will get and not regret. She goes, we've got to take our time and anyway, if you'll help me pray on this, because y'all know y'all know so if this is meant to be, it'll meant to be, right? I'm just gonna keep praying over it because, like I said, anyway, let's carry on. So I have some finishes. I got my Meemaws present. I gotta go find, I think I'm just gonna go to the Dollar Tree maybe and get a white frame. I don't know how I'm gonna do this framing yet, but I got some sticky board. Put that bad boy on some sticky board. Here it is. She loves candy canes, peppermints, and with her being older, she's like has a little more vintagey, not like full on vintage, but she likes the older stuff. So I figured 5-cent candy canes might be the one. So I think it measures, I don't have the tape measure in here anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4. A slice over 5. So I'm probably going to get like a 6 by 6 or I don't know how I'm going to do that. Or make it work in a 5 by 6 if that's even a thing. But I want to paint it or decorate it to where it matches the candy cane part. So I don't know. And the backing is just, they said to fold it over and tape it. Well, that's what I did. I probably used the wrong tape, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And then I tried a new method of quilt. I like I expressed to Miss Janice, the fleece thing was not working for me. I would get a couple of good ones out, and then a lot of them were bad. And I think it was just a too hard on myself type deal, where it would probably look fine, but to me it didn't, because I knew the boo-boos, and it had wrinkles every now and then. I can't handle that. I don't like that, because my name is going out on these guys. I don't like that at all. So I was like, why struggle with binding? Because I hate the binding. And I tried to bring it from the back to the front. Now, with regular fabric, if I do it with regular fabric, it works, right? But with fleece, flannel, anything like that, it don't work. So I decided on this one to do the inside out method, where you put right sides together and sew all the way around and then flip it out. That's what I did. I don't think it's thick enough. I'm not 100% sure I like it, but I'm going to gift it anyway. She gave me free reign to do whatever. She said pinks, blacks. She goes, I don't care. I was like, I got you. I have so much girly fabric because nobody really wants a girly quilt. So here it is. Now it, let's see. I don't know what side I'm on or whatever. I didn't want to match the seams. So every other block I cut down, you see? And that way I didn't have to match the seams. I think it turned out cute. I can't remember where I got this fabric, but I love this. So, and then I just put it on a flannel sheet. So it's not majorly thick, but it's still nice, I think. So, I can't wait to give that one to her. And then we'll go down the line. I have currently on the works from the list. I have a mermaid grafgan I'm doing. I have to finish a sweater. I have asked the client to come for a fitting, so we're waiting on that. Because I don't usually do clothing for other people because the sizing. I mean, I had her provide a shirt for me, her favorite shirt, but it's still I'm not 100% sure I got it correctly. So I invited her for a fitting. When she gets a moment, she's gonna come by and we're gonna try it out. So I'm working on that. I got a gingerbread house blanket I gotta get done. Um, I'm trying to think what else is on my list. I think that's it. Maybe. I love the Grafgana stuff, y'all. It is super simple. If if I can find the pattern that they type it out. Like 4 pinks, 2 greens, 7 blues, 5 pinks. When they do it that way, it's boom, 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 boom. Now, if I find a pattern I love and the graph is the only thing available, I'm going to pass. I, first of all, don't have the patience to count the graph. Second of all, I am terrified of mistakes. I don't want that to happen. So, it's not going to work out. Okay, and I got this coloring book. Now, y'all, please understand, I suck at coloring. I utterly suck at it. So please don't judge too hard. I'm still working on this first page, but I'm not in a hurry to do anything about it, to get in a hurry. I bought a set of 50 gel pens at the Hobby Lobby because they were considered Christmas crafts, so they were 50% off. And the pages are super thin, so I put this piece of cardstock behind it. But here's what I got going so far. And yes, it's not solidly colored in or anything like that. It's a little messy, but I don't care. I am having a blast. But the only downside is the glitter gel pen ends up everywhere. Everywhere. I have glitter that I don't even know where it got. So, anyway, like I said, the pages are super thin. They're really bad thin. But I'm not a solid color. I like to swirl the color in and then just kind of fix it a little bit. I like that. I don't know why, but I do. And it's wonderful. So, anyway. I've also got a water delivery set up for today. I'm waiting on them somewhere. I haven't heard anything. But we're spending a ton of money on bottled water. I'm drinking about a half a gallon a day. And I have my big jug, that's a gallon, and then I have little bottles, they're like 20 ounce or so. We're just spending a lot of money on bottled water, or water in general. So Aqua One is in Amarillo, but they have a branch here. And to have them bring in a cooler, and I think it's like 3 gallons a month is $27. I told my husband, I said, why are we not doing this? We spend that a month at least on water. $27 and I get 6 gallons of water. Yeah, let's do that. So, and it's $27 he's like, well, it's $27 to start. He goes, but how much is it a month? I said, it's $27 a month. He goes, yeah, we may need to do that. I said, yeah. He goes, you do drink a lot of water. I said, well, that's the only thing I know to drink. Because I could drink the living heck out of soda. But I know I would blow up in size if I did that. And you know, for somebody that drinks as much water as I do, I'm still big as I am. And I barely eat. Like, we've gone over this. You know, they want me to be eating 1,200 calories a day. I'm like, how? How do I eat that much food? There's no way. Absolutely no way. I'm lucky if I make it to 1,000. I can't eat that much. They like I said, they're like, well, we need you on either Boost or something because you've got to eat. You're losing your muscle mass, your bones, and he goes, you know, it's just not good for you. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I do know that when I went to HEB, if you don't have an HEB, I'm sorry. I'll give you a moment of silence for that deal. But they were fully stocked with wick juice. If you don't know what wick juice is, you're missing out. Wick juice is juice, frozen juice, concentrate that you get on wick. Now, I can't buy it via wick. I buy it with what, you know, the money. But I really love that juice. It doesn't have the sugar in it like the processed juice. This is a concentrate. It is sweet, but it doesn't have the sugar in it. And you throw in, I have a big old pitcher, and I throw in 2 frozen grapes, and I love the grape. I love the grape. I put 2 frozen in there, and then fill the rest with water. Oh, now I can drink that, but I don't know what else to drink, so. And I like the flavored water, but I'm allergic to aspartame, and a lot of those flavored waters have the aspartame. So I'm just kind of like, all right, whatever. So let me get this wrapped up, because I don't want y'all to be here all day. I mean, I could talk all day, maybe. But I want to show you a couple of pages I did in my sticker book that I just did the backgrounds, because stickers are not on my priority list right now. But look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? I mean, I started this one, but I don't know. I did that one, and then let me find the other page I did. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? I don't think I remember. I tried to do like a patchwork quilt type thing on this, but it didn't quite work out. My envision did not happen like I wanted it to. Let me make sure this one. Hello? Oh, I did this page, and I really liked it. Yeah, I'm going to work on some pages because I can sit in here and not miss my shows or anything, because you know why? I jacked my husband's TV out of the bedroom. Mr. Sunshine doesn't really use the TV in the bedroom, and it's a Roku TV, so I don't know how to operate these things. If you've never had a Roku TV, don't get one. They're confusing. In my world, they are. So, I jacked it, and I use my phone, and I do the mirror thing. It's the best thing I've ever figured out. Sometimes I have the greatest ideas. So, anyway, y'all take care. I'm sorry these are longer videos, but some of y'all are okay with it. So, I have a lot to talk about now. I don't know why that has changed, but I have stuff to talk about. So I love you guys. I hope and pray y'all have a very blessed week. I know God is moving in our world. I know in Abilene it is so good. We had a rally. There was a cowboy, well, it was called Western Heritage Church Rally. It's all the cowboy churches came together in this rally. And I didn't go. I played way too hard on Saturday, and my knee was just swollen. It was bad. I missed church and everything. And they got together and just got together and fellowshiped. There was a speaker, there was music, and my Mr. Sunshine went, and he had a very good time. I love that. I love when the AFCC churches get together and just praise God, right? So, it's so good. I'm telling you what, if you've never been to a cowboy church, give it one try, maybe 3. It is so much better, in my opinion, than a lot of churches I've been in. I'm just telling you what. And my preacher is on fire for God. And it makes me so happy. And so happy, so happy. So, I love y'all guys. All right? God bless you. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.